Well, welcome to Lincoln City. It must have been a bit of an odd week for you. I know we're sort of talking to Lincoln for a while, but there's been a lot of change in the last week or so for you.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I'm really happy to get it over the line, and I'm glad I'm in the door. But no, you're right. It's been a bit of a weird week, as I couldn't train Monday, so I had to stand out there and watch. And then trained yesterday, trained on Tuesday, and then obviously had the day off yesterday and trained again today. But no, it's all coming together now, yeah.
And I guess first of all, you're very grateful to Colchester for all the support they've given you the first half of the season and the platform you've had to perform, but also to help them.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, they gave me the platform to go and obviously gain experience, play games, and at the end of the day, it resulted in me scoring a lot of goals. Yeah.
And was it a relatively straightforward decision? Obviously, you've enjoyed your time at Colchester, but the chance to get up a level and test yourself, was that a relatively straightforward decision?
Yeah, definitely. I think as a footballer, you always want to play at the top, and for me to obviously make that next step into League One is something that I couldn't really turn down. No.
And when you come to Lincoln, did you know any of the players beforehand that were here?
No, I didn't. Obviously, I knew of Freddie Draper, having played against him earlier on in the season, and when I heard the news that he was getting called back as well, that's obviously good for the club. But no, I didn't know anyone moving into it. No.
And in a way, you and Freddie are in a similar position, aren't you? You're both players who've done well at League Two level. So, have you enjoyed sort of training with him, trying to get an understanding?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I've not trained with him much, but it's clear that we're developing a little bit of a relationship, which is also good. But us both being centre forwards, and then him being a different style of play to me, and then obviously I'm more off the shoulder, running in behind, and he's more of a big man, likes to get his body in and then manoeuvre the ball and stuff like that. But no, I feel like we're developing a good relationship.
And how do you see yourself as a striker? I mean, often these days you sometimes have a 3 up, or you can play a 2. Are you happy with both, or do you prefer sort of playing off a player like Freddie?
I think for me, I'm not really that bothered. I think I'm at my best when I'm in a 2, but I enjoy playing in a front 3. I'm not a massive fan of playing as an isolated 9, but if required, I can do the job. But no, definitely, I'd say more of in a front 2, big man, little man, or definitely a front 3.
And you got a bit of pace about you, judging by the goals I've seen on the videos.
Yeah, that's definitely a main attribute of mine, is that I am quite quick, and I do believe that if the ball's put in behind, there's a foot race between me and the centre half. I do back myself to come out on top.
And you have come through sort of the levels, haven't you? Because I think I'm right in saying you started out, I know you didn't play for them in the first team, but started out at Kingsland. You've moved through the levels. A great example perhaps to other players perhaps behind you, that you can move through the levels.
Yeah, definitely. I was at Kingsland. I made initially I was sent out on loan from Kingsland to a little team called Wroxham, but no, I did really well there. And then Kingsland called me back, recalled me from that loan, and I made 1 appearance for them against Solihull Moors at home. And then after that, pretty much that week or the week after, I signed for Peterborough. Yeah.
And it's that kind of proof as well, isn't it? You know, you need to keep going to believe that you're going to get the chances, and perhaps that explains why you've sort of grabbed the chance for Lincoln to try and move your career on.
Definitely. I think for me, the most important bit of advice I could give to anyone is game time. You just got to go out and play games, and eventually it opens up platforms for me, it was the opportunity at Peterborough. I went out on loan, played a lot of games for Wroxham, scored a lot of goals, and then obviously was entrusted by Peterborough to come and play for them. So they offered me the contract there. So, and then the same there. I wasn't really getting a lot of games for the first team, so I ended up dropping down, playing for the 21s. But I think for me, the most important thing is just game time.
And is that part of the conversation that obviously your agent, yourself, Luton, have had with Lincoln? It's been about game time. You obviously have to perform, but it's been about getting the game time.
Yeah, 100%. I think that was one of the key reasons why I went to Colchester at the first half of the season. I mean, I was guaranteed minutes, and for me, I'm a player that if I'm getting a run of games, that's it. It's only going to do me better. Like, I feel like that if you do manage to get that, I'll score a lot of goals.
And is that kind of the way to come through now? Because obviously you had a little bit of a flash of time at Luton. People have seen you a bit in the limelight there, and maybe from the outside been surprised to suddenly see you at League Two. But from your time, and talk to other people who've gone on loan, it's at your age. If you get game time, get experience, we've seen the Brennan Johnsons at Lincoln, Morgan Rogers, getting the game time to develop their career and the benefits of that.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, yeah, you're right. I was involved quite heavily with Luton between January and the end of the season, and then obviously we went on to have that playoff run as well. But no, like you said, game time's key, and I just feel like if you get the opportunity to go out and play games, you should take it with both hands.
And how much are you looking forward to Saturday away from home against a Wycombe team in similar sort of form to Lincoln at the moment?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, first of all, to actually get my first minutes in a Lincoln shirt. But no, I think having worked with the boys, and obviously I watch football, so I keep an eye on teams around the EFL. So having watched them a little bit and knowing what we're about, I think it'll be a good game. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
You feel like obviously finally quite confident in the patterns of play that you've managed to do with the team and getting into an understanding with your new teammates?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're a top group of boys, to be fair, and there's really good footballers in there. And I think if we go there and implement our game plan, I think 9 times out of 10 we'll come out on top.
Finally, as a new player, is there any initiations you have to do here, or have you managed to avoid all of those so far?
As far as I'm aware, I've not heard anything yet. I'm keeping it quiet, so I don't want to be the one to plant the seed and then all of a sudden you've got all the boys onto you asking for an initiation. But at the minute, I'm not sure.
You talked about Mick Hartford.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of conversations did you have with him? Because obviously he was a famous player here at Lincoln City. Did he sell Lincoln to a club a little bit to you?
Yeah, no, it was all positive, yeah. Mick's sort of like my mentor, if you like, at Luton, and me and him, we had some good conversations about this football club. He said it's obviously definitely a place where I'm going to go and develop, play games, hopefully score goals. But no, he spoke very highly of the club.
So I imagine he has been, I know he's been at a Lincoln game recently, I saw him, I imagine he'll probably be trying to take in a few of your games.
I should imagine so, hopefully, yeah.